We all know who Femi is on this channel. He is still desperately trying to stay relevant. 6 years on after the Brexit vote, he is still to this day doing the rounds on daytime morning panel chat shows, slagging off this great island of ours. And yes, he does pull the race card out quite often as well. Anyway, as predicted, he has given his tuppence about the new Prime Minister and the change in monarchy. And he said this: the UK has a new head of state, a new Prime Minister and a new government in the same week, and not a single free vote was cast. We're such a democratic country, aren't we? Now, looking into Femi and his family, his parents emigrated to the UK in the 1980s, and so they chose to come here out of their own free will. They knew at the time that Britain was an island full of white people. We were the dominating demographic here. And we always have been throughout history. As long as these islands have been occupied, it's been white people. And so it's been literally white history, white culture, white blood that made this island what it is. And he may not like the way we do things here. And yes, Liz Truss became Prime Minister without a single democratic public vote being cast. She was voted in by Conservative members of her party. But circumstances dictated at the time how a new Prime Minister was picked. And we will all indeed, in due course, get our chance to either keep her in or vote her out in the general election, which is a democratic vote. And as for Charles becoming king immediately upon the death of his mother, the late Queen Elizabeth, it's just the way things are. It's a safeguarding measure that this country, this England, this union, is never without a leader. And so our monarchy and parliament have been doing it this way since 1215 at least. It's our way of life, it's our way of doing things, it's our culture. And yes, Britain and white people do have a culture. And it's a culture that racist little idiots like Femi love to slag off while still eating the fruit that grows here. And compared to his beloved European Union, we are far more democratic than Brussels. When did Femi and any of us get the chance to vote in the European president? Exactly. None of us ever did while we were members of the European Union. The European Union is about as democratic as the Galactic Empire in Star Wars, I can tell you that much. I am fed up of people targeting and attacking our way of life, our culture, and how we do things. Meanwhile, we have to bend over backwards and accommodate them and their demands. These are the people like Femi, are the ones who are poster boys for the recruiting of people into the far right, the real extremists. The real Nazis in this country, the real fascists and extremists, they must be rubbing their hands with glee every time opinionated motormouths like Femi run their mouths off in public. And if Femi loves the EU so much and their way of doing things, then why doesn't he just bugger off over there and stay there? And just like I said in my previous video, I may not like who is currently on the throne. And yes, Charles may be a bit of a knob and an arsehole, but he's our knobbish arsehole. And it's thanks to these haters on the left, I am now quite happy to make a U-turn and renew my oath of allegiance to the crown, regardless of who's on it. And so to that end, God save the king. Anyway, that's me rant. I hope you let me know what you think in the comments. And until the next time, have a great day, look after yourselves, and Roger Trout.